Hey everybody, welcome to the Pair of Kings podcast. In this episode, Saul, Leo, and I sit down with Ella Emhoff to talk about knitting, being a model, not being a model. Saul crashes out about DSquared 2 for a very long time. We convince Ella that we don't know anything about fashion, and there's a lot of fighting, and it's wonderful.
Your necklace is coming
Enjoy.
off.
Here is the...
See you in the episode, everyone.
What you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? I'ma get you drunk, get you love drunk off my house, 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 my lovely little mouse. Check it out.
Welcome back, everybody, to this episode of the Pair of Kings podcast. I'm your host, Saul Thompson. You can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. I'm joined this week not only by my wonderful co-host.
Hey everybody, I am Michael Smith. You can find me on Instagram at @_Smithstagram, and we are joined by someone we've definitely never recorded a podcast that we couldn't release with.
I've actually never met you guys before.
No.
Yeah, this is our first time meeting. What's your name?
My name is Ella Emhoff, and you can find me on Instagram at Ella Emhoff, and you can also find me on Substack at Soft Crafts.
Soft Crafts.
Soft Crafts.
Should get
We
better
write in
at plugging my
Substack.
Oh,
Substack.
and I forgot we're going to be doing this whole podcast in ASMR. No, I take it back.
So, Ella,
Stop with the mouse sound.
tell us how your day was.
Do you actually want to know how my day was, or are you just fucking with me?
No, I don't care. We've done this joke for far too long.
Sorry.
It's
Okay.
I'm sorry.
You are. It's already.
That joke
cut.
cuts off
I'm
at 10
gonna
seconds,
go.
and I think we did a minute.
Yeah.
I think it felt like a minute.
Thank you to all 4 listeners who made it through that and are continuing to listen to the rest of the podcast, where we will no longer be doing ASMR. We just did that to scare away the weak ones.
I'm really subconscious about any noise my mouth is making.
And then you just put it on full blast for everyone to hear in.
No,
I think
now
you
I
have
am.
to. You have to embrace it. Oh,
now
he is.
you're.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm really struggling not to make noise in my mouth. Hi, Ella. How are you?
New insecurity unlocked.
Yep.
I'm doing really good. I'm really happy to be here. Anytime there is a dog present, I feel immediately more comfortable.
He's sitting freaky style, which I
He's
don't
sitting
like.
freaky
He's
style.
been sitting freaky style since we got here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's okay, Leo. We love you because you're a freaky.
How's Jerry? How's your dog?
Jerry today was really sad when I came here. So just come through this podcast knowing that Jerry is at home really mad at you. But he's had a good day. We went to the park. Now that it's sunny, I feel like the sun has been just supercharging him in a way that he's become feral.
Yeah.
Where before in the snow, he was cute and just rolling around and like nudging his nose. But now he just looks at me with the like,
He's crashing out.
yeah.
Sure.
I don't like using that term, but
Why?
well,
Speak on that.
I just like,
Do you feel too old for it?
I mean, no, I feel like people my age are saying it. I just don't like, I think it sounds dumb. Like, what do you mean crashing out?
Like, you know,
No, I feel like we get it, but like, why can't there just be something else to say?
what is the other thing you'd like to say?
Well, now that I think about it, I guess crashing out is the perfect way to describe it. But
Is
I
it not?
No, but I feel like it just came out of nowhere. Like, who decided that who decides that we are going to start saying these things? Like, who
Honestly,
said that
like
bet?
16-year-olds on the internet.
Like, when did we say like bet was a thing?
Oh, that's been a
That's
thing.
been a
No,
thing.
It's
I
more
know
that
that's
like
been a thing, but like there was it came and then it took over, and I feel like crash out has just taken over.
I think it's kind of similar. As with everything, with music and with fashion, with everything, on a much like more noticeable scale, words come from subcultures, and then they get picked up by someone and like said on the internet, and then spread to everybody. And bet is just like is like old New York slang. It's been around for ages, and now suddenly,
Yeah.
like, it's because I don't know. Did I get too serious?
No, I feel like maybe
Woodstock.
bet was the wrong like example, but I feel like there'll be these terms like crash out, bet, whatever that will just like I won't ever hear it, and maybe that's just me being kind of offline. But then suddenly it's everywhere.
It's memes, I think.
Really?
You make enough. Yeah, you make enough. Like, you make a silly meme with like a specific phrase inside of it, and then that turns into like that gets spread around and people find it funny, and then that gets adapted, and that is where people.
Can we talk about why you hate the DSquared show? Sorry, I've been just
Wait,
waiting.
no. But so I was
Saul's
actually
really been waiting
Saul
for
has
this
been
since yesterday.
sitting there staring into the distance, looking sad, and I was about to ask you what was wrong. And
No,
you were
I just want to
cooking
talk
that
about the
up.
DSquared show.
No. We're gonna save that. Give me a fit check, Saul.
Dark Shadow Jeans Tekken shirt next. The fuck else do you want from me? I want to talk about
Bro is
DSquared.
so mad right now.
I want to talk about the DSquared show.
No, and I was honestly, I set this up because yesterday in a group chat, I said, bitches who love DSquared, something else. And then I posted looks I really didn't like from the show. And then Saul just.
I think you're cherry picking. Well, give us a fit check. No, give us a fit check really quick. Give us a fit check really quick.
I'm wearing, I don't know if I know how to pronounce it. It's Devu pants.
Devoa?
Devo, that's what it is.
Wait, no.
Bell Biv and Devo?
Devo.
How do you spell it?
Deveaux.
Devo.
Devo, yeah.
Devo.
Devo pants, Uniqlo shirt, Cosmopolitan hat.
Nice.
What's your Uniqlo shirt of choice?
Oh, this is the Uniqlo U.
I don't know
fitted
anything about any
shirt.
of the shirts. I was just curious.
Oh no, this if you're looking for like a good fitted shirt, it's a little thicker. This is
Thank you to
my
this
go-to.
episode's sponsor.
No. It's fuck Uniqlo. I'm sorry. I wrote a bunch of reports about how they I feel kind of bad now. Anyway, they use a lot of Uyghur labor in producing a lot of their stuff, and have gotten in trouble and been like, we're gonna stop. And then like 6 to 8 months later, it's found
their
that they
hands
do
are
it
behind
again.
their backs, like fingers.
Yeah,
crossed.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I should switch my shirt out.
I think it's fine. I mean, like if you, I guess, don't know, because they keep.
I didn't know.
Yeah, you're fine.
Have you heard of Mersby Schwanen?
No, do not. That's maybe worse.
Who?
Wait, they make they're just
They make $80 ring spun shirts that fit weird.
they made
This
the
is
shirts.
a brand. Wait, say the name again.
Mersby Schwanen.
Mersby Schwennen.
It's a German company. They made the shirts that Carmi wore in The Bear, and they exploded off of
Oh,
that.
I've heard about this.
But they're like a workwear guy company.
Do you feel like the billboard of Jeremy Allen White on Houston Street was like kind of creepy?
I never. Wait, what was it for?
There's no
Calvin
way you
Klein.
never saw
Oh,
it.
was he? Yeah, he
It's
was.
the one where
He's
Yeah,
just
it's
like
real
his
bulgy.
dick is like right there.
Do you think they fluffed?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think they stuffed?
Yes.
Yes.
There's no way that you are doing a Calvin campaign like that with dicks so out and you're not. I mean, what would you guys do if you were doing
I
a
have
Calvin
Leo
ad?
in my pants. That'd be funny as hell.
I kind of don't think I would do that, but
An ad or fluff?
I don't think I would be. I don't think I would get picked for a Calvin Klein.
Okay, but
ad.
we're
Okay,
talking.
all right.
We're not talking
Hypothetical?
about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Swallow
we're saying
your
you're
humility.
Jeremy, but you're you. So like you are the actor. You're the it moment. You get this Calvin Klein
I'm
ad.
probably stuffing.
But do we think it's stuffing or do we think it's them using like a sports cup?
I
Well, that's
think
stuffing.
There was that.
Yeah,
that-
but it looks unnatural.
Mm.
Cause like there's a. I mean, we're getting really into it.
Well, no,
but
there's that one before and after of Justin Bieber where he's doing like the hand rubbing thing from the side in his Calvin Klein ad. Like
I
they
know
do-
exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
and they like made his bicep bigger, they made his butt bigger, and then I think they like
They made his. butt
Someone's
bigger?
got the
Yeah.
inflate tool on Jeremy
Yeah.
Allen White's binky.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't think of a good word.
Isn't
No,
was.
you're
binky
fine.
what they
Windler?
call?
I don't
like,
know.
yeah. Okay. Wait, what are you wearing?
Today I am wearing cowboy croc boots.
The Croots.
The Croots. Some big old Telfar track pants. They call them a flared cut, but I don't know if they're flared because they're just fucking giant.
What size are they? Are they one size?
Extra small. I mean, the waist is a skinny little thing.
Yeah, I would just say those are like a wide leg.
Yeah, but
An
that's
extra large.
That's
wide
okay.
leg.
I'm not here to fight them. They look really good.
No,
There's
they're
some great ass
amazing.
pants. A tank top from the vintage store. What's it called?
The vintage store for sure. I've heard of it.
The one in
Which borough?
Dumbo
Where?
or whatever.
Dumbo.
Yeah.
Oh, Front General Store.
Front General Store. One of the house line shirts from Front General Store and
I do like their house line stuff. The
good shit.
socks.
I've not worn the socks. I'm wearing Uniqlo socks, and I'm also wearing a Balenciaga employee uniform sweater that they
Wait,
give
what
to
brand?
employees. Balenciaga.
I've never heard of it before.
Oh, you haven't?
Show us a band right now.
Show me a band.
Show us a band
Show us a band.
of cash?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From where?
Exactly. Didn't think so.
Fucking
So don't talk to me about nothing. All right. So don't give me no DSquared opinions or nothing.
Speaking of DSquared.
No. I think we should.
No! Just let me talk about it.
This is no. But like this, it's gonna make it even better that we're making you wait. We're talking about Jeremy.
You gotta
Allen
wait.
White's
No,
death.
you have
fucking
to-
conversation. Let me
you have
have
to-
it.
I've been edging it since last night when I put it in the group chat. I've just been expecting you, knowing that you said I love DSquared and said nothing else, and I said, oh, that boy is cooking for tomorrow.
Yeah.
He is in the kitchen,
Yeah.
slow roasting those onions.
Have you not had music video night at my place yet?
Is this the one from? Is this the one? Is this the one that was on?
Oh my God, I've
Like getting
not seen that one.
flashbanged. I don't like
I've
that.
not seen that one
Why
before.
is he like that?
I've only this one. No, that's the one that I've seen.
So, oops! Don't save that image.
Oh,
This
yeah,
is my
save
version.
it.
What is
Save
with
it
the
as
trend
desktop.
of like New York City it boy?
So this one doesn't look as stuffed.
No, that one looks pretty like
this
real
is
size.
Yeah, that's just good old Pinot.
I think what's crazier is that one looks a little
Yeah.
heavy on the bottom. It
does.
Does it not?
No,
like,
it
does.
does.
Not
It
look
looks- yeah.
ball heavy.
The
Sorry, it's just true.
That's fine.
is he really that fucking diced?
No, he is.
He was
He's
on
really
steroids
jacked.
for the Iron Claw.
No,
Oh,
he
I
was
forgot.
not.
Ella.
Every actor
Ella.
who's ever
Ella.
gotten that
Sorry
huge
that
in
I
this small
have-
amount of time.
Ella.
Saul.
Just be real with
Saul.
yourself for like 2 minutes. You're telling. Hold on. Let's pull up.
I've never once in my life tried to get really jacked, so I don't know what it takes.
Yana, can you do me a favor and just put above us a photo above me of Zac Efron, and then above Ella,
Oh, Zac
Jeremy Allen
Efron.
White.
Zac Efron, was that his real stomach or did they put a prosthetic on him?
It may have been
Why
steroid
would they?
gut.
Wait, I've not.
So
Okay. Steroids or not.
that's
Natty
it.
or not.
That looks like prosthetic abs.
He looks
is
like a
that
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
Is that a
It
prosthetic
crashed
or
my
does he
phone.
have
Crashing
real?
out.
Does he really have a steroid gut there?
But okay, maybe I just don't really know a lot about steroids, so I don't know the mature content. Log
I
in.
can't. I don't know. I don't have a Reddit account. I'm not gonna log in.
Oh,
So basically, any
I see what you mean a little bit.
any actor who has like gotten that big in that amount of time has probably not in like the classic way we think about steroids as being like this horrible thing, but they probably have had like a doctor who has prescribed
They've gotten really
them,
good
like-
at steroids.
Yeah, steroid technology has come way farther than it has when we were like
Is it
kids.
more normalized?
Yes.
Yeah, more normalized and less like fuck. Like it doesn't fuck your body up.
I
in
guess
the
you
same
haven't
way.
been a man at Equinox, but when I used to go
You
to
know, I
Equinox,
actually haven't.
I've been approached usually at least once a workout by a guy who's like, yo, you look great. Like, you looking to take your pump to the next level? And I'm like, oh, great. Sick. What are you trying to sell me?
Take your pump to the next
Yeah, are
level.
you trying to take your pump to
Yeah.
the next level?
I don't
Me
even-
to Jeremy Allen White when I'm
You
When
on
you're
the,
fluffing.
on
when
the
I'm
Calvin
fluffing him
Klein
for the
set.
Calvin Klein billboard photo shoot.
I
Yeah.
mean, what do you think the conversation is when they're like, okay, are we stuffing or not? Like, do you think they talk about it internally? Do you think
Jeremy,
they
it's looking a
approach-
little small. You mind if we slide some stuff in there? And he's like, yeah, I mean, I guess, sure. Yeah,
Jeremy, it's looking a little small.
it's fine. Don't think about grandma, Jeremy, on this one. We need it to look extra plump. I didn't like the way that came out of my mouth. Anyway, what's the deal with the New York City it boy trajectory where they like get critical acclaim off of an acting role, divorce their wife and or longtime girlfriend, and then start dating like
It's not even like
Sabrina Carpenter?
specifically the New York it boy. It's the white boy of the month, right?
yeah.
Okay, but who is
like,
it this month?
I actually
Are we
don't
still
know.
in Timmy
Did-
land?
No, because he's still with Kylie.
And-
He hasn't done the arc yet.
Oh, but I mean, it's not. I guess it's
The
not.
Dare.
They're not married yet.
The Dare
The Dare doesn't have a wife to divorce, and he's also not.
loser.
He's also not like big enough to be that. Like he's.
I don't
he's
know. I
like,
feel like he's pretty big right now.
He's
he
like-
did just like make out with someone on stage at the Grammys. I feel like that's
Really?
He stood there until somebody like I love watching any live event that he's at where
This
he
makes
just
him
like
so mad.
awkwardly stands there, and it's clear they've been like, "Hey, Harrison, go stand on stage."
his name's Harrison.
Harrison or
Have you
Patrick.
not seen him at events?
No, I've seen him. I just doesn't mean I know his first name. I'm like, oh hey, it's SDD Sound System, and that's about it. That is as far as I get.
Yeah, It's clear his management's like, go stand on stage and make sure you're photographed. And then he's like, well, I got the photo.
I mean, it's obviously working. Like, we're talking about him. I'm seeing him all over meme pages, good and bad, and just he's in the zeitgeist. So I think it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I just
don't like that word.
I picture him as
That's
being
fine.
like New York famous and not like globally famous. But
Yeah.
am I wrong? Has he spread past that?
I feel like
Leo, you're about
Grammys.
8,000 degrees, please.
I think the Grammys brings you to a new level
That's
of
true.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Fuck. 2 or 3. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Wow, you just got mega. Don't crash out, Saul.
I was at Jewel Box and people wouldn't move to get out of my way when I was leaving, and I just started going, "I'm gonna crash the fuck out!" And people got right out of my way.
What was
That's terrifying. You're a very tall man who's literally screaming, "I'm gonna crash the fuck out." How do you want people to react?
Get out of
how
my
they
way.
did? Yeah, no, it worked. It was as desired.
Did you already try being like, "Hey,
Excuse me, pardon me.
excuse
May
me,
I slide by?
Just gonna squeeze on past here.
I just go. Can I just get through?
See,
Thanks.
I think I have about 4. Could I get past maybe less in me, and then I just kind of.
Wait, so back to the New York It Boy. Who would you say are It Boys of the past? Obviously Jeremy, but I feel like New York specifically. Who are we
Is
rocking
Jeremy
with?
a New York It Boy specifically? I thought.
I
he was
feel like
kinda-
when you have a Calvin Klein ad on Houston, you are
you
New
stop
York.
being an LA It Boy. Well,
Yeah.
I think the global It Boy is a New York It Boy, but there's like hyper specific New York It Boys. I just couldn't tell you.
I feel like
any of them.
Evan Mock was a New
Yeah.
York It Boy for a bit. I'm trying to think of who else.
Saul Thompson.
No.
He wishes.
I mean, and like Jacob Elordi was the white boy of the
Oh
month
no,
for a
that's what
while.
it is. I would always see Jacob Elordi in Chinatown walking with his dog, and I just made Saul sad. Well, okay, we can talk about DSquared now.
Yes.
Wait,
okay.
no. Just kidding.
I
Edged.
think
get edged, nerd.
I think it was definitely Jacob Elordi during the Saltburn,
yeah,
all of that era.
It
I
was-
think it really is. It goes with movies coming out, music coming out.
Mm-hmm.
But when is it going to be like someone in fashion being like the New York It Boy of the month?
Wasn't it Evan Mock? I mean,
No, I'm saying like a design or like someone in like the creative field, because he's acting,
creative
he's skating.
people are they're always too hidden. Also,
Yeah.
Saltburn launched 2 white boys of the month.
oh, Barry
Who?
Keegan.
Barry Keegan.
I thought it was Barry
Oh,
Keogh.
you're sort of like a
sort of like a cheating
guy. Oh,
I'm sort of Sabrina
I
Carpenter.
left my wife and 2 children to date Sabrina Carpenter. Oh.
I will say that scene in Saltburn, I knew it
Haven't
was
seen it.
coming. I don't think I've ever felt viscerally, and I've seen like
Which
some weird
one?
movies.
The bathtub one?
I mean, the bathtub one definitely, but the grave one.
I don't
Apparently
think
that was
movie like-
unscripted.
I don't think it was okay. I watched Saltburn and I
weird.
sat there and I was like, I feel like all the hype this got for being, oh, sexy, weird, creepy. I was like, really? This is what it is? Him just
It was
like
just those 2 scenes.
I have
Like, that
not
was
seen
weird.
it. I never got around to watching it, despite it being like the movie. I always forget to watch the movie of the week. And
I
then
don't think I hot take. I don't
Have
think
you
you're
seen
missing
Anora?
anything.
Nope.
I loved Anora.
I thought it was amazing. Have you seen The Substance?
Nope.
oh.
What?
These are all things that I've been like, I'll say for like days at a time, I really want to watch The Substance. And I say it constantly, and then I just never fucking watch it.
You should definitely watch Anora, because I really have
should
a
watch The
feeling
Substance.
it is going to be an Oscar
I don't.
big hopeful, and
I'm surprised Mikey Madison didn't have more
Love
of like her
her.
time in the sun.
Mikey Madsen.
Because she's got like all of the check marks of like it girl,
Being that girl.
which is beautiful in a really good movie, talented, at least in interviews, very affable and like charming.
also amazing style.
Yeah, of
have
course.
you seen the street style photos of her walking her dog?
No,
Have you?
No,
Look
who
him
is
up.
this? Mikey Madsen.
Madsen.
It was like
Mikey
game-
spelt like my name. Oh yeah, Mikey Madison. There you go.
it's just so good.
Well, and this is a
Like, she just looks amazing while walking her little dog, probably before going to some huge event.
this is planned though. This is
Yes.
this is a campaign.
Am I just so naive that I just don't think people like
They had her put on that outfit and walk her dog, and maybe even called paparazzi herself, and that is why there are so many.
Who was was
check
it
this
Taylor
out.
Swift who had that big moment? Who was walking 3 dogs?
Harper's Bazaar and Vogue wrote
in like a harness and a shirt that says like, "But first coffee."
Hold on.
Maybe.
Harper's Bazaar and Vogue got sent the same story by Mikey Madison's PR team. Mikey Madison is the most glamorous dog walker, is the start of the Harper's Bazaar title, and then Mikey Madison is the most glamorous dog walker we've ever seen, is the Vogue one.
Should I start calling paparazzi on myself?
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Yeah.
Am I big enough to do that?
Looking like wealth.
About
About to call the
to call the paparazzi
myself.
on myself.
I think that I'm going to start calling the paparazzi on myself until I become famous. I'm just going to say
Who the fuck is Michael David Smith? Why is he calling us?
I'm going to say that I'm someone else. I'm going to say like Timothy Chalamet was seen at
In kiss boots.
Yeah, and then I'm going to just like have a mask
wielding
on.
a supreme crowbar.
Yeah, that is that's me.
No, but like she has all
Michael
the
telling the paparazzi Lord is around the corner, just wearing a mask.
Exactly. It's me. I look close enough, right?
Yeah.
Can we get like a 8-bar from Royals?
What does she wear? Are those
She's
the
wearing
inflatable Rick boots?
The inflatable Rick boots. Are
Have you
those
tried those on?
No, I wish. I want them. But they're probably going to be, but I think they're like fucking $5,000 and unwearable. So.
Witty. So DSquared. Why did you like?
No,
we're
actually,
not
hang on a
ready
sec.
yet. We're not ready yet.
So we have had your arch nemesis
I just want
and
to talk about one thing.
and doppelganger on this
Saul,
podcast
shut up.
before.
Who? Bailey Goldberg?
Bailey Goldberg.
Would you say he's my arch nemesis?
Yeah,
I was just with him today.
What do you have to say about his allegations that you've actually never knit anything in your life?
It's funny he says that because I literally taught him how to knit. So I really feel like I actually feel really thrown off by that.
He said that
And I actually feel like I need to challenge him now to a hand knit. Let's see what happens when he has to hand knit and not machine knit.
he says that you don't know the difference between a knit and a purl stitch.
I wonder if he's ever been to my Soft Hands Knit Club where I literally teach people how to knit and purl.
I don't know.
Is this rage bait? I feel like I didn't know what it was until right now. Am I crashing out right now?
I think you're crashing out.
I think Saul is fully...
Can we talk about DSquared now?
No, not yet.
No, I did just see Bailey this morning.
We're talking about Ella Emhoff and her knitting.
I'm gonna get some water. Let me know when the DSquared conversation starts. Just call me back over.
Are you not going to go get water?
Are you not gonna get
Are you
water?
going to listen to what I'm about to say?
I thought you were going to get water because you didn't care about Ella.
Like, why
So
am I
rude.
even here?
Yeah, what's the point? Talk to me about knitting.
I was just with my arch nemesis Bailey Goldberg, and he surprised me with one of his blurple sweaters.
Sorry. His what sweaters?
Well, I don't know if you've heard about
No,
this.
the blurple.
The blurple.
Blurple sweaters.
Like I wasn't really confident about saying it, and then it just happened, and I laughed into it. But no, I got one, and
cool.
I feel really lucky. So now we can be twins,
When we had
and then I
Bailey-
can pretend to be him, and then
Yeah.
smear his name.
Yeah, as you should be doing.
Mm-hmm.
When we had Bailey on the podcast, I believe he was just about to release those.
Well, now that could you come sit down?
It's a time for DSquared.
No.
Don't you want to talk about Bailey's amazing sweater? I think we shouldn't talk about DSquared this podcast. I think you and I should talk about it, but then Saul, I think, has to go, right? You have a hard out.
Please. Fine, I'll lock in. I love Bailey Goldberg.
We maybe at one point recorded a podcast that we maybe had to delete for random unknown reasons.
I think it was bad timing.
Yeah, it was maybe the worst timing any podcast could ever have. But
When was it? Like near the end of last year? Yeah.
yeah, it was
a weird time.
It was I think like September of last year.
I'm trying to think. It got really dark, I think, early.
Yeah, and there was some big news announcement. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyways, we talked to you a little bit about this on a potential recording that no one will ever hear.
The lost recordings.
You do like sort of painting with knitting almost?
Yeah, I call it knit painting.
It's not intarsia.
It is. It's not intarsia. It's actually technically duplicate stitch, but it's annoying.
What does intarsia mean?
Intarsia is when Bailey does intarsia. So it's when it's knit into the piece, and you'll see floats on the back. So you know when you reverse a knit and it has all of that like looped striping on it, that's intarsia. So you do it while you're actually knitting the piece. With the duplicate stitch, the piece is already knit and you're stitching on top of it. I don't really like intarsia because you can't have as much detail, and doing a lot of different colors. Doing a lot of color switching is really hard.
Right, because if you want one stitch of one color somewhere, you have to like...
Yeah, and it's just not as structurally sound as when, especially for what I'm doing, which it's not a wearable garment. Like it can, the back of my pieces look insane. Like oh yeah. There's just like little tails of yarn everywhere. Why is he here?
Because I really want to talk about DSquared. I feel like
the more you yell about it, the more time I add.
I'm trying to explain my process, and you're sitting here being rude.
I'm sorry.
You're being a baby.
I'm sorry.
You're being really not female friendly.
You're silencing women.
Yeah.
He actually is.
I'm sorry.
And you're doing it on camera.
I've had a lot of coffee today, and I've gotten in my head that I really want to talk about DSquared, and sort of all I can focus on. That's on me. My bad. Intarsia, Michael, is like those Raf Calvin knits.
She already explained it.
So I was literally
that are inside out.
I was talking to Cody last night, and he had bought one of the Raf knits with the inside out with the full balaclava attached to it. Sensory nightmare for me.
Why?
In terms of how that feels on your skin, or how it would be
how
to
you
knit?
Can't take the balaclava.
I'd kill myself.
You know what I mean? And like,
well, it acts as a turtleneck, right? When you don't flip the back up.
The hole is so small you can't. Like, I have a huge head. Like, I could not get my head through there to then wear it as like a hoodie. That is full. Like, if I'm taking that, if I want to be free and to, like, I don't know, wear my glasses or put headphones on.
Honestly, I feel like your glasses and like a full balaclava would be kind of great.
Okay, so again, this is what I was telling Cody last night, is how you wear glasses with the balaclava is you don't put the balaclava on and you have your glasses under. You put the balaclava on and then you stick the glasses through the holes, so it's almost like the balaclava is just your face.
I kind of love that, yeah.
And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
But I'm not claustrophobic until I'm in a claustrophobic situation, and then I'm like, holy fuck.
Isn't that most
Isn't
people?
that claustrophobia?
Isn't that the whole definition?
No, because I'm like, I'm not claustrophobic until I'm, I don't know. I don't consider myself claustrophobic, but every now and then I'll like if I have a hat on, if I had a balaclava on and I couldn't take it off, I would freak out, I think.
I feel like that's sort of just saying you're not afraid of heights until you're...
Well, but like...
Until you're jumping out of a plane.
Yeah.
The balaclava itself, wearing a balaclava doesn't make me feel claustrophobic. Wearing one with the idea in mind that I can't take it off.
That it's stitched into the base of the sweater.
It's knowing that I don't have the... It's not the actual like space or the compression or anything. It's knowing I don't have a choice to take it off in like a quick amount of time. Same with the Balenciaga glove tops, but maybe less so. Do you know about Balenciaga?
No, I've actually never heard about them
You
before.
should model for them or something.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a good fit for me.
Okay.
By the way, this is a joke. I've worked with Balenciaga many times.
Oh, fancy.
I don't know if you've ever heard
Light
of
flex.
I feel like I'm comfortable flexing on being in their couture show.
Who are you trying to high five?
I was going for Ella again because she's flexing. Yeah.
Sorry, sometimes it's nice to flex.
I won't leave you hanging, Michael. Yeah.
No, you deserve.
But
do you have a favorite show you've walked in?
Favorite in what sense?
Take it any way you'd like to.
What senses are you thinking?
Well, because there's like shows that have been really like fun. There's shows where I've loved my look. And then there's shows that I have fond memories of, but in the moment was kind of kooky.
Okay, then give us all three.
Yep.
So I think my favorite show I walked in, I think it has to be Balenciaga Couture. It was really so exciting for me. It was my first in-person runway show. So
as opposed to like you're there, but there's no crowd.
Yeah. So the first show I did was for Prensa Schooler, and it was during COVID, and it was just a videotaped thing, which was super amazing. But now that I've done more runway, it doesn't feel like the traditional one. But with the couture, it was just high intensity, high level. There was a lot of emotion around it. I was wearing this spectacular opera coat, and I feel like I was a little less self-aware, so I wasn't as nervous. Whereas I've now modeled more, I'm like...
Wait, you get more self-conscious?
You've gotten more
self-conscious?
Yeah.
Really?
Because then it felt like there was less pressure because there was nothing to compare it to.
Oh.
Now it's like, oh, like we've seen you on the runway. Not that I'm like stomping on the runway. I'm not one of those girls who has done every show. And I don't think I ever was going to be. But I feel like the longer I've done it, it's more so just, what?
Sorry, he's licking my pants and I'm trying to get him to stop.
Oh.
I'm trying not to disrupt the podcast.
You know, it's I also just feel like I was really trying to model then, and now if I get asked to do runway, it's more fun as like me as a creative rather than I'm pursuing a modeling career.
I feel like you've kind of stepped back to really grind out some knitting.
And I made a very conscious decision to do that. I think being in the modeling world was super fun, but also I just don't think I can take myself seriously in that way. Like having to lock in and be like hot girl.
But you can lock in.
No, I can, but I can't lock in and like walk Versace.
Why?
I just can't do that. Like I can't be sexy in that way.
Oh, you're saying
That's what I
specifically
mean.
for Versace.
Yeah, for
Okay,
brands
okay,
brands
yeah.
like that.
Got
Like
it.
I can do like I was in the Miu Miu show where they debuted the micro shorts and the micro skirts. And then they put me in like pants and a trench coat.
Sure.
Which already I was like, I get it, guys. I get it. But like
Hey, can we get a less sexy look for Ella? She's kind of serving chop ho right now. Get her out of the micro shorts.
Mrs. Prada saw me in the micro shorts and was like, full coverage. But it's true. Like I feel more comfortable, and you can tell even when I'm walking and stuff, like that's just more my vibe.
How much is it in the casting trying to match models who will feel more comfortable in the clothing that they would be wearing versus just getting models who serve the look of the show?
Oh, they don't care.
I don't
if you're
give a
comfortable.
fuck.
They don't
Okay.
care.
Yeah.
Comfortable.
Fuck me, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I have worn some really crazy things for shows. I don't know if you've seen me in the Maisie Wellen show where I wore a full green screen balaclava.
Oh, wait, I have seen this.
Put the photo up here. It's hilarious. And
I don't even think I know
I'm
this
wearing
brand.
like stripper heels.
I don't remember
in
the
a
heels.
green screen.
This was a crazy season for me. This is also the season where
How
I
do you
did the
spell that?
Probable show and I had a nip slip.
Probable Garung?
Yeah. Which
Sick.
it was an amazing show.
What's the? Sorry,
Maisie Wellen.
Ella Emhoff wows on the runway at New York Fashion Week, and then it's a picture of you
My
with
boob.
a blurred out nip slip.
Having to
Thanks, page 6.
having to explain to people in my life that please do not look online because there's a nip slip photo.
Yeah.
Which now I'm like, I don't care. People have seen my boob. Like, it's fine. I'm really not self-conscious like that, but it is definitely like this whole season was very green and chaotic for me.
I like that they let you wear the classic glasses for this one still.
Oh, what I've realized in my modeling career is that people don't like me without my glasses.
Oh.
The amount of people who've been like, we want the glasses.
That's sad.
More often than not because I can't see, but because they like the vibe with the glasses. When I shoot, whatever, they're like, keep the glasses on. I'm like, these are just Warby Parker glasses.
Shout out Warby Parker.
Shout out. Thank
Big
you to this
shout out Warby
episode's
Parker.
sponsor, Warby Parker.
Really?
No.
So that was definitely this like the kookier one. And I think the most stressful one for me for walking was I opened a show. I opened the Rochas.
Simone Rocha?
No.
Oh, well.
Oh my God, I forgot I walked Simone Rocha.
Yeah.
That was a really fun show. No, the Rochas, just like Rochas. I opened the show and it was a confusing walk. And I was literally drawing it out on my hand before, being like, if I mess this up, like everyone's going to know. And then it was really hot in there and I had a sweat stain. And I was like, this is really embarrassing.
Happens to the best of us.
Oh, I mean, trust me, I don't really care. But yeah. So I think of my modeling career very fondly, and I still like doing it sometimes. Like last season, I walked the Coach show, which was super fun, big New York themed, and I like working with brands that I engage with. Like I walked the Paloma Wool show a few years ago.
What happened to them? Are they
Oh
still
no,
around?
they're literally opening a storefront in New York.
Okay, sick. Because they had their like big It Girl moment 2 years ago.
I always get Paloma wool and Palomo Spain confused?
Very, very different.
Oh yeah. You could show me the two of them and I could tell you they're two different brands, but the names just don't. The names are a bit nebulous.
Yeah. No, that one was a really fun one.
Now you're doing Soft Hands Knit Club.
Yeah. Now
no, Knit Club.
Did the
Wait,
Knit
is
Club?
it coming back?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. Okay, amazing.
Yeah.
I've wanted to go for a while.
After deciding to stop modeling, or not, I just pushed back. I wasn't going to fashion weeks in Europe anymore. I am going this year to Paris for the first time in a couple years, which I'm really excited about. But I pulled back and I took a year to really decide how I wanted to exist in the creative fashion art space. And I started a knit club, and it's been so fun. Like, I just get to hang out with people who want to just knit during the week and talk about knitting. And what's really cute is that people who come more regularly have made friends and started their own knit club, and they'll meet up at cafes and
Stitch
just
and bitch?
kind of, yeah.
Sorry, what's stitch and bitch?
You just
It's pretty self-explanatory. You're stitching and you're bitching.
Stitch and bitch, not stitching bitch.
Oh, it's stitch bitch.
Stitch
and
bitch.
And then I had to stop during the campaigning, and then I started a Substack to kind of supplement that. And now I'm bringing back Knit Club, and I'm trying to make it more accessible, bigger, more fun, more everything.
nice.
Do people like? It's like people who have no idea how to knit show up and they like get a project to work on, or like what's the vibe?
It's a mixed bag. I teach people who have never knit before. I love bringing in people who have literally never picked up needles. And I always supply yarn and needles, and I also offer that you can bring your own project and you can just sit and chat, and I can help you with more complicated things like pattern making or different stitches.
So when you say pattern making, with your knit paintings, you map those all out yourself. But with pattern making with a knit project, are you, I don't really know, like good enough to like pattern out a sweater?
I do all my own pattern making, yeah.
That's sick.
I don't know how I got good at it. I just like to take pieces that I already have, and it's really just basic math and like tension. So once you know the basics of how to turn like what a couple stitches is in inches, then you can really make anything. Like I could make this t-shirt into a knit.
That's interesting because my job is also mostly basic math and tension.
I mean, when you really put it down to it, a lot of things is just basic math and intentions, especially in like whether digital or physical creative fields.
Yeah.
Which is fun. And it's super easy to teach. And people get super excited about it because they're like, wait, I thought this was going to be really complicated. And you're like, no, it's literally just moving stitches left and right.
Is that the most rewarding part of it for you?
I love teaching. I definitely think I was born to be a teacher. For all of college, I was during the summer, I would go back to LA and be a ceramics teacher for kids. And it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like it's also really gratifying to see someone really struggle with a concept and then they get it and the look on their face. It's okay.
Sorry, you're getting passed over. That dog is for me.
I'm going to cry. I'm going to crash out.
He's really manipulative.
It's super exciting to see people get excited because then you know that they're going to get the benefits from it that you get.
Yeah.
So it's an all around great field, and I feel really lucky and excited to be able to share.
With your Substack getting so big, is the next knit club going to be slammed? I mean, do you have it planned? Do you know where it's going to be?
Oh yeah. I'm partnering with a company who is helping me make it free for everyone.
Amazing.
So, and it's going to be the biggest one I've ever done. It's going to be
Sick.
100 slots.
Fuck.
Jesus.
So it's going to be...
Can I get list? Do you know the door guy? Can I get list?
Yes,
Could I get a plus 10?
No, but you guys could definitely come. I really, as I'm now bringing it back, I really want to make it as free as I can for people because I feel like it takes away when you're paying for a ticket for something, and I want people to want to come and feel like they don't have to give anything up for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this next one is going to be very large, and already it's coming.
At the event itself, do you do self-selecting seating or random? I feel like it'd be cool if it was random.
Oh no, it's
I feel
random.
like if Michael and I went, we just sit together and kind of talk to each other.
Oh no, so when I was doing smaller knit clubs, like ticketed ones at smaller venues, when my friends would come, I'd say, you're not allowed to sit next to each other.
Aww.
You need to go and mingle and chat with people, because so many people come by themselves. And like I said, they make friends. And even going, like, I run into people now just out and about that I've met at knit club, or people will come up to me and be like, oh, I went to one of your first knit clubs. And I'm like, hi. So I really encourage the make new friends aspect of it, because you guys can hang out whenever and chat whenever. But I think what's cool about learning a new skill is when you look over and you're like, hey, how did you do that? And then you're helping each other.
But Saul is my social crutch, and I can only talk to people by pretending we're doing a podcast together in public.
That's how you do it. You bring the headphones and the mic, and you're like, okay.
Can I ask respectfully at the next? I'll come. I'll be perfectly cordial. I'd like one person to just start beef with me. But again, in a respectful way, they'll come over. Perfect. Yeah. And just like, hey, Saul,
I won't let you know who it is.
Perfect. And they just need to come over and just be like, oh, hey, like, we're going to have beef now. And then.
But what if they just like slap you?
Oh, that's cool. That's fine.
I have your consent to set that up.
We plan in beef.
Can I just get like a slight warning? If I spin and somebody just hitting me in the face, I'm gonna be like, oh, okay. But if somebody's like, hey, maybe like tosses water and then does it, I'm like, oh, okay, then I'm like prepped for it.
Well, then I feel like
I don't want to get sucker punched. There needs to be like.
I'm not gonna make you like. I'm not gonna put you in harm's way.
If somebody's gonna be slapping me, it's gonna.
You're a tall guy. I'm gonna make it like. I'll get like a small person.
Okay, yeah.
To just like lightly like. I don't want to hurt you.
I think it'd be funny if there was a story. It's like, yeah, the first one back, it was great. Everyone had fun. Look at all these wonderful photos. And there's one photo of me just getting like spun.
I actually love that.
We laughed, we cried. One guy got slapped really hard.
Saul got his shit rocked.
Yep.
They're like, I don't know what's happening at Soft Hands Knit Club these days. 2025 is crazy. Not even Knit Club is safe.
I drop a stitch and I like start screaming.
Start crashing out.
And what I do that people
Doo-doo mention.
Leo, you're staying here.
Hi, Leo.
I literally have never felt so unloved in my entire life.
Hi, Leo. Oh, my
I've never felt so hated.
That schmoopy.
I'll go up to people and I preface this at the beginning of the events. I'm like, if I see you're doing something too wrong, I will come up to you and take your project and I'll fully unravel it. I mean, it's
what
like,
if it's by design?
It's not.
Damn.
It's like I get consent to do it.
Okay.
I'm not like being a bitch about it.
You should.
I'm just saying like, look, I think you need to start over. And then they'll look at me being like, really? And I'll be like, yes. And they say, okay. And then I do it and I unravel it all. And I say, don't worry, it's going to be okay. You're going to get it next time.
I'm knitting, clearly not doing well. And Ella's behind me just like, oh, sorry. That was a video only joke, everybody.
Yeah, we're not even going to explain it. That's not for audio.
It also wasn't funny enough to explain.
Yeah.
Saul, what do you want to talk about?
I know what he wants to talk about.
Do you want
What
to
do you want to talk about?
You want to talk about DSquared, maybe?
Are we done with all of the knitwear questions? Knitting
No,
questions?
I have so many questions about knitwear.
Okay, then keep asking.
If we could circle back.
Can we parking lot?
Do you want to talk about DSquared, Saul?
Why are you sitting like this on me, Leo? This is weird.
Saul, come on. The thing you want is
Okay,
happening.
yeah. So why don't you like the DSquared show?
I need to. Okay, I actually have not seen it, and wow, I didn't know DSquared stood for Dean and Dan.
Mm-hmm. There's two of them. The brothers that run it.
Wow.
They're brothers?
Yeah, they look identical.
Okay. Dochi, opening, performing, yeah. What? You don't like Dochi?
No. Go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
You kind of do want to interrupt.
You do.
No. I love
Doechii.
Doechii.
You literally just did the crazy
I don't
hand
know
signal.
what you're talking about.
You didn't like that Doechii
No, I
open
love
because
the
I thought
Doechii
that was
opening.
really strong.
It was very strong. I like that she did it. I like that it was a reference to Naomi Campbell in 2003, which is one of the most landmark DSquared shows.
Look, and what I will say
Yes.
is I was definitely when I say I don't like it, I'm cherry picking for sure.
That's fine.
I thought what I love about a DSquared show is that it's immersive. They
Yep.
have the set.
Yep.
They have the walk. Like
Yep.
they bring it. They bring it.
Yes.
And I think that's really cool. And I
Yes.
think a lot of brands could take note of that.
Yes.
What I will say is there were a lot of looks, specifically, I don't remember which look it was, but it's a guy wearing a trench coat and a baby unitard.
So,
And I'm like, why?
the thing
Oh,
I think
God.
with DSquared,
No, and exactly why?
there's
and there was
always
another
going to be like 3 fuck ass looks.
No, but
even
there was
in one
like
of my
15
favorite shows.
plus.
It's not a unitard. It's tidy whities with a skin tight Henley.
Okay, that
tucked
actually
in.
makes it better.
Worse. He got his shirt tucked into his underwear.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Do you remember when Future tucked in his sweatshirt into his Gucci track pants?
That's more acceptable than tucking
Yeah,
your
that
shirt into
sounds
your
cool.
underwear. And I think like this feels really reminiscent of the last couple seasons. I don't know. And I just think with my aesthetic and what I personally like, I can definitely appreciate the creativeness. What the look that I loved was the 3 guys with the kiss makeup. I thought that was really strong.
Was it 3 or 4?
It was 3 of
Okay,
them.
fair.
But
72 looks.
it's
God damn.
also fashion.
Because they do men's and
you
women's.
need to stop with these 70 plus looks. It's so wasteful.
Well, they do men and women together.
There's a men's season and a women's season for reasons because they are separating it.
But again, if
I
you're
get
saying it's
into-
wasteful, combining the 2 shows.
I mean, I'm pro.
Technically more
I'm pro
environmentally
making
sound.
it one season. I
This
love
is-
seeing men's wear and women's wear and everybody wear together.
Yes.
Okay,
But
opinion on this one. This
It didn't need the
I
coat.
really like that coat, actually.
just the coat. But
That's the whole thing with DSquared.
These pants
Okay,
fit like shit.
okay. So I
This
wait,
number
did they
27,
show?
by
Did
the
they
way.
show during men's?
I actually don't know. I don't think they did.
Because if they didn't, I'll accept 72 looks. But even then, a lot of them were repetitive.
Yes.
There were a lot of cuts for me.
So some of my favorite DSquared shows are 2006, which is the Western inspired
Go
one.
Go back. Didn't need to be in.
Yeah, that's
That's a cut look. Made no sense.
I think that whenever you have a show,
36, by the way, is the one we're talking about, Yannick. Sorry.
That one's cool. But that again, we didn't need that.
that's DSquared. They always have a couple of looks
That
that are
one
like
was crazy.
unnecessarily sexy.
43?
Balls crashing out.
No,
No, I'm listening.
Oh, I was just gonna say there's always gonna be a couple of looks that are unnecessarily sexy.
That's the best.
I think DSquared, when it hits its stride in every show, there's going to be like a 10 look run where not every single one, it's probably 9 out of 10, are going to be really fucking good. You're going to see it and be like, oh my God, it's slightly campy, kind of over the top. Things are well made. There's going to be a giant stupid hat,
Okay, that all leather one was pretty good.
right?
But then I'm like, so there's a Vaquera collab, there's a Kiss collab, and there's DSquared.
I
Why?
think part of the DSquared show experience too is probably watching this with the music. They've probably switched soundtracks and there's a tangible like change in each of these that is then framed by the music itself. So one of my favorite shows is Metamorph, which is the one where
Will
they
you pull it
got
up? Saul's literally brought this show
a
up
bunch
like
of
10,000
twins.
times.
You have to watch it though. They got a bunch of twins, casted them, and then did like
Was this the year that Gucci did the twins?
this was, I think, the year after. They did it differently. They weren't walking together. They walked sort of like through a little time portal, and then they switched. So it went from
That's what Suni did the year that Gucci did the twins.
Fall winter 2024. This was many
yeah.
years later.
no. I thought Gucci was 20.
No,
oh
Gucci-
no,
Gucci
Yeah.
was
you're correct.
2021.
Still, this is one of my favorite shows. It's also got a Chemical Brothers song on the video.
Do you like it because of the music or do you like it because these are strong looks?
I can say both. I think there are a lot of strong looks. There are a lot of fuck ass looks though in here. But I think that's okay.
Almost primarily think of DSquared 2 as only making fuck ass clothes.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say
okay,
fuck ass
thank you.
jeans, especially.
Yeah,
All of the really cool stuff is really expensive and really hard to find.
But then
the only thing
why?
I've ever seen of DSquared that trickles down into like like purchasable territory is like Yuke's core jeans.
Again, I think if you look on, I think this is partially like, I've been a fan of DSquared and have made
How
a
many
point.
years?
3. Well, also
Fake
I
You're
like
being judged, not by me,
3
by Ella.
years.
You guys are being mean.
I'm
No,
not
I'm
judging
sorry.
you.
You just came in so hot with
No,
the
I know.
DSquared.
I really enjoyed that show.
Interrupting me.
First of all,
Bro, like, yeah, whatever.
We're,
Okay,
we're
so,
looking at the essence.
so they have
for
this
DSquared right now.
show with all of this stuff. This would Fall Winter 24 be what's? Yeah, so this is currently what's here. Fall Winter
I'm
24
sorry,
is,
that denim shirt was $600.
is the current season that's out. I'm looking at a lot of like very intricate things, and then you look at what ends up being the Essence buy, and it's like
No,
the
and
worst pair of denim shorts you've ever seen.
just
A
logos,
graphic tee. Like this is
flip flops.
TJ Maxx ass clothes.
And that's what I will say when I get upset about a lot. And this doesn't just go for DSquared. Why are you making stuff just for the runway? It's super wasteful. And no, like Dior.
that's a
80
fair
looks.
argument.
80
no,
looks.
I think if
You're
you're
not
approaching
selling
it from
any
like
of
the
them.
wasteful argument, that's fine. I think Michael's Strawman Essence article, Essence
Strawman?
arguments. Yeah, I think it's a whack argument.
Well, then go to the
Looking at
DSquared
Essence
website
buys,
and see what they're
that's based
selling.
off of what's selling, right? They're buying what's
I'm
going
not
to sell.
telling you why DSquared is bad. I'm telling you where my impression of DSquared comes from.
Okay, fair enough.
I ain't straw man and
think
shit.
Part of the fun of DSquared, especially the runways, is watching them happen.
Those shoes are crazy.
They're so ugly.
It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
For $430,
It's a pair
buy
of
400 pair of Converse.
it's a pair of like
No,
you know
40 pairs.
I don't even know how to put it like generic like
Fake McQueen.
runner
Like
shoes.
Canal Street.
Yeah, where they just like sort of slap a bunch of stuff onto a runner shoe, and then it says "Icon" in huge block letters on the side, and then under the heel it has two little Canadian flags. Well, two little maple leaves.
It's the little maple leaves.
Oh, good. They did the Balenciaga shoe, or whatever.
Oh, the pre-distressed shoe.
But like specifically the like extra thin Converse with the print half on the sole,
Yeah.
named after a city. They called them Berlin instead of Paris. So
And look, I understand why DSquared has a cult following, and I understand the love for it. I think where I look at fashion now, especially being more out of the industry and not going to as many shows, is from a waste consumer, more that standpoint, which is like,
is it actually?
did we need this?
I think if you're gonna do a show and spend all of the time and all the money and all the resources and all the water and all the electricity and all the gas and whatever on a show, you might as well make it like DSquared did in this most recent collection, a concert, an event. Try and shoot high for it and not do what Prada did this past Fashion Week, do what Dior did.
What did
with
they
that.
do?
They just did that ugly ass like fake Berlin show. They built that like metal scaffolding and had like 40 looks of dog shit.
Yeah, the Prada show is
Right, like-
exceptionally bad.
If you're gonna swing, at least swing for the fences, because I think again, all fashion is inherently wasteful. And sure, you're making things for the runway, but like, what, you're gonna show the clothes that are gonna get sent kind of ugly, admittedly, to Essence on the runway? If they're
is-
not good, what's the point of that?
I don't actually know if it's more wasteful to make, like, if you make clothes for the runway that are only on the runway, that's not any more wasteful than making clothes you produce, is it?
Usually use less material. There's less iterations. There's fewer fittings. So people are like, if you want me to do the full life cycle analysis, you have to have people like come back and forth and do fittings and
Right,
Flying
but
people out
that's
to the
regardless of whether
show.
you're producing the stuff or not.
what do you mean?
I mean, they're not producing most of the stuff that's in
Right,
that
but
show.
like
Yeah.
having a runway show that you produce everything in takes as much like of the flying back and forth and the fitting and the effort as having a runway show where you do produce everything.
Yeah, but you're also sort of like decrying couture in this inherently because couture.
I'm not decrying
couture.
anything. I'm saying
No,
they're
no, but what I'm
equivalent.
saying is like if you're going to have a show where you don't sell the majority of what you have, it is inherently super wasteful in the amount of product that you're using, the number of people you're flying out, including critics who will not have access to any of the stuff that you're showing. If you're going to make it an event, if you're going to spend all this money, do hair and makeup, have a ton of fittings, which I'm sure happens with couture as well, you know, like why do it? Like I think I'm very quick to be anti-waste in fashion, but if you're gonna do it, like at least make it interesting and make it an event.
But then I'm like, and this is where it just becomes like fashion is subjective. It's like,
Yeah, it
I
is.
just don't like that style.
Okay, respect.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I think like that's what it is. I totally understand the like, if you're going to do it, do it. But I think it's hard also when.
If you're going to do it, make it something I like personally.
Well, I feel like that's hard.
No,
No,
that's how I feel.
There's
yeah.
3 shows every year. It's
It's Rick Owens and Balenciaga.
and Telfar. Telfar's 50%.
I like more stuff than that.
Are you wearing? Are
Andy,
you
I
not?
guess?
Yeah.
No, but like just because I'm wearing.
No. I'm
Telfar-
I'm saying it's funny that you happen to also be wearing those brands. I like more brands than Balenciaga and Telfar.
Do you only like Uniqlo?
No.
Oh,
But
I thought because you had. Sorry, you just.
I
had
wrote
this
an
shirt
article
on.
about like the 60 things that she has in her closet.
I know.
Did you read it?
No, I
Michael
can't.
doesn't read my Substack at all.
I read it when it was about me. I've read a few of them. I just haven't read yours.
It's pretty good.
You think so?
Pretty good. I was really proud of it.
No, I didn't want to gas myself up too much, but I thought it was really great.
Yeah, no, I had a really
I
nice
literally
time
messaged
Was
talking
it
to you.
better than mine? Did you read mine?
I did.
Oh.
Yeah, because I'm a good friend.
Oh, I'm not. I'm a horrible friend. I'm a piece of shit.
I don't think Michael reads my Substack.
I do.
It's okay, Saul. I read it.
Thank you.
I
Appreciate
really
it.
enjoy it because we're like coworkers in that sense. But yeah, I guess going back to the whole like, is it work? Like, is it necessary? Like, yeah, no fashion show. Like, remember when fashion shows were just in where was it, Bryant Park, and they all just like did it.
I mean,
No.
but that was super
Well, none of us
wasteful.
were there, but like,
setting up a bunch of tents and lights and like constantly running
you think
generators.
that's more?
I mean, you're using more
Well, now
gas.
it's like sets. It's building. It's
yeah. I think
I just know that like a lot of these sets, they just get trashed.
Yeah, of
and then like
course.
and then
Yeah.
that's more waste. And then that's more a material that you can't use. And
Yeah.
then that's more manpower and energy getting rid of this stuff that was for a 10-minute show.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. I'm not defending either Bryant Park or the sets, but we went to Michael. What was the show in the church last?
Oh, is it Willie?
No, it was Paloma Spain.
Oh, Paloma
Oh
Spain.
yeah. The Paloma Wool
Spain.
brand.
The
Or
Paloma
Willie.
Wool brand. Yeah.
Like, you know, they obviously set up inside, but they're able to plug into the electricity grid.
The amount of
The ones in Bryant Park.
Ubers taken to get
No,
to
no,
that
no.
church outweigh whatever generators you were
Ours.
talking about at Bryant Park.
Fair.
And that's
Fair.
what I'm saying. It's like, I feel like we've gotten to a point where people are doing, it's like whenever YSL will do like a build out in the middle of nowhere and fly like 150 people and then have everyone else who's staffing, hair, makeup. It's like, but why?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's hard not to look at things through that lens, especially just with everything going on.
I part of me, maybe this is like romanticizing it, but
And that's fair. I think
Yeah.
fashion should have a level of romanticism in it.
I think that shows in general are good. I think that they should happen. I think to the extent that they do, they should not. And I think part of that blame also lies on the CDFA that make it really hard to find venues or set up or work your way.
Do they
into-
have to approve venues for shows?
I don't know exactly, but I know they.
I didn't know that they
are
were so,
quite
like, in on
difficult
it.
with scheduling and things like that. And I think when you're restrictive with a schedule, you force people into making certain decisions with venues or distance. Like,
Well, what I will say is this season, everything was a lot closer and most of it was downtown,
Yes.
which was a lot easier for me because I just biked most places. But yeah, there was one year, I think like a season, 2 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago, where everything was like
An
in
Uber.
Bushwick, uptown,
Yep.
in Chelsea. It was just all over the place. And like that, I think in New York, it's so like it's a lot smaller because
Yeah.
everything is pretty accessible. But then when you're going to like, when I've done Paris Fashion Week, everything is miles and miles away and everything is scheduled an hour of each other.
yeah.
So I do agree that like the CDFA is not setting you up for success, but I don't really think that has much to do with like brands feeling like they need to overdo it and like out.
Yeah.
And I think this all started with like the fashion show as gimmick.
Yeah, of course.
And I think since that has really blown up, I feel like there's been this excess of insanity with fashion shows. It's like, it's not necessary. We don't need it.
I think that there's also the push to get as many people in there as possible, but still have it be
bench
exclusive.
seating.
Yeah.
Bench seating ruined Fashion Week.
It's bench seating. It's also, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, Michael. Maybe we did. But the number of people that show up to fashion shows not dressed at all what they ever wear.
Oh, what do you mean?
People walk around during the day and I see them. I'm like, oh, that's that person. Then you see them at a show and they're in like the craziest outfit you've ever seen.
Well, that's just the wanting to get street style. That's the wanting to be like that fashion person.
The attention of it
I feel like I like that aspect of Fashion Week. Like I like it's an opportunity for people who in their day-to-day don't get to dress up like that, to be able to exercise that creativity.
I think it's slightly disingenuous, and maybe this was on the writers and photographers as well, but it's like the best of New York City street style. That's not street style. I'd say that's like Fashion Week style.
But I think street style and Fashion Week style, it's the same. Like no one thinks that people in New York are wearing that every day.
And street style has kind of died in that. Like there isn't street style anymore. There's like scheduled intentional photography.
You're seeing the same photographers at every, but I think that's just how. Yeah, and I think all of these really big shows make me sad.
Yeah.
So I think fashion and fashion weeks, it's just evolving in a way, and I feel like we are experiencing that evolution where it wasn't always like this.
Yeah. I think I'm sort of maybe romanticizing a period of fashion and Fashion Week and runways that I definitely wasn't at, and may just be looking back with rose-tinted glasses. But part of my decrying of Fashion Week now is a lot of it feels disingenuous and staged, and you show up to an event and people are there to get photographed and that's it.
It's all marketing.
Yeah. And it feels less like a celebration of fashion and more people trying to push their way to the front and be pictured.
Do you see how quickly people run after a fashion show to the door?
Photographer?
Well, no, it's more so just like people don't even like get to chat after the show to talk about the clothes. It's like they're like, "What'd you think?" And they're like, "It's good." And then they're like, "I have to run to the next thing." It's always about what's next, and I totally agree that it feels like you're just going through the motions. Yeah. Because it's on your schedule.
Makes me sad. Blech. I'm actually really curious, as somebody who exists almost like outside of because I wrote about this, like you're not quite an influencer, but you are. You're not like, you walk on a runway, you're a runway model, but you're not a model. Mm-hmm. You're like, you are an artist, I think first and foremost, but you also like exist in a lot of these other spheres and are able to, like I feel like when I see you at an event, it's like, oh, there's Ella, I'm going to go chat with her. And sometimes you're in business mode and you're saying hi to people, but like you get to have fun and you get to exist at the events. I'm just curious about how it's changed, I guess maybe before and after COVID or just in these past couple of years, and how you see events in general, which ones you have better times at, which ones maybe more stressful or not as enjoyable, and just speaking on it as somebody who, I guess you're not necessarily there to work. Does that make sense?
Oh, I'm there to work.
I get yes, but like that is, I guess, not all that you have going on.
Well, I think the way that I approach work and the way I approach all facets of my career is just, it's not serious. Like when you think about it, like we're at a show, like a shoe party. Yeah. Like it's not serious. This is all, this is made up in a way. Like this job of being an influencer, runway, like it's new and it's kooky. And I think I used to get really stressed out at these events because I was super self-conscious of like, why am I here? Like, because I don't exist in any one of those spaces. Like I'm not a traditional influencer. While I do influencer things, I'm not like the cookie cutter, and I'm not the cookie cutter model. Like it's all of those things. So I think at first I would feel really self-conscious and just get kind of like paranoid of what I was presenting myself as. And I think I would try and fit more into each brand as not Ella wearing the brand, but trying to meld into whatever archetype they are. And I think now, and it wasn't like you said I started modeling during COVID, and like that's kind of when my shit popped off in a way. So and I just kind of like jumped in. Like no one really, obviously people knew who I was, but no one really knew who I was as a person.
Yep.
And I think I let that soak for a while of just kind of being like, I'm here with the brand and I'm like at the party and I'm making the small talk. But I think now, as I have been in this industry for over 4 years, and like I feel a lot more comfortable with my place in it and me being me, I feel like I'm going in as I'm Ella.
Yep.
And if you want to put me in this look, like I'm going to style it the way I'm going to style it.
Yep.
And if you're going to put me in a little dress, I'm going to put pants under it. Cause like, that's just what you're going to get.
Yeah.
And I think the more that I just accept that I don't fit into any one bubble, I think the more people have been responding well, because I don't think anyone saw me as any one of those things. Cause like I'm not getting booked for the influencer things that certain influencers are. Or I'm not walking in every show. I would walk in a show or two a season because I don't know why.
The thing I really like, especially, I wrote about it as well, but I really like that when you wear clothes, they are clothes that like serve your life. And when you get dressed or whatever it is, you will style things, you will take things in, you'll mix and match whatever it may be. And it feels, and I think you said this, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels more genuine in how a person would wear the clothes rather than it just being like a mannequin who happens to have 400,000 followers on Instagram, right? Which is like sometimes how it looks. Mm-hmm. Can you speak to maybe like customizing things, how you put a look together when somebody sends you clothes and says, hey, we'd love you to be at this event. Sort of the process A to B when it's like, oh, I sort of want to make the clothes serve the way I live my life and not vice versa.
Yeah, I think the first thing that I go through is this like a brand deal? Like, am I contractually obligated to wear all of these pieces?
Yep.
Because if that's the case, then I always make it clear to the brand. And usually if I'm working with a brand like that, they know who they're dealing with.
Sure.
I feel like the more I get photographed and what I get photographed and the more I post online, like people don't expect me to be wearing like the tiny little things.
Yep.
So I think I already go through that vetting process before I even have to kind of get, oh my God.
Ooh, something happened to Oscar's eye.
Yeah,
I think Toast got him.
No. He's been squinting today. It's just,
Squinter.
He's having,
Wow, he's instigating.
He is kind of
he's hungry right now. That's why he's doing this.
Do you need to take a break to feed him?
It's all right for now.
So I think I already go through that vetting process in the first place. But like, let's say I'm just going to a store opening or like a dinner and they send me the lookbook. I pick out something. I usually don't go in for fittings because it's super low pressure. They send you a lookbook, you pick, and then they send it. I stupidly usually wait till really last minute to try it on just because, I don't know, I'm lazy, I forget. And then I kind of weigh the pros and cons of, do I feel comfortable? Do I want to spend the whole night? Like, do I want to feel like I'm going to leave early because I feel uncomfortable in my look?
Yep.
Do I want to enjoy the night and still wear pieces of the look, but then also put in my own pieces? And that'll be like exchanging a bottom for a bottom that I have. And I try and make it pretty comparable and not like a competing brand. I think I know a good balance. And I think most of the time I really take creative liberty when it comes to shoes.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a heels girl.
You have some crazy shoes.
I have a very underrated shoe collection. Like I don't really talk about it or post about it.
Kiko like night coquette shoes.
Night coquette.
They're the knee high, like all black leather ones with the little bows and the pointy toe.
I don't know if I've seen those.
Oh, they're
Night coquette is
sick.
like exactly how.
Yeah. It's like spooky coquette witch boots.
Yeah.
Those are sick. And I feel like I have enough. It took me a while, and I feel like I've been going through like a closet renaissance recently where I've had a lot of clothes from that era of when I feel like I was dressing. I mean, I'm sure you've seen the memes of me in my kooky outfit. Like I think I was like, that is not how I like to, that is how I like to dress, but it definitely was like, yeah, I'm on Instagram, I'm doing this stuff. And I think my closet for a while reflected that when my personal style reflected this. So it's been like this weird kind of turnover of like, I have all these pieces that I could pull out or not, but then I'll get these looks from these brands and I'm like, honestly, I feel like I don't want to play the game and I want to just be me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to make shock Instagram fashion content. I'm not trying to.
You don't have to rage bait anymore.
No, I don't need to. I don't need to
Too big
pander
for
to
rage
certain
bait.
brands. Like I think I feel really comfortable in who I am and what I have to offer. And if I'm also comfortable if that doesn't match with you, like that doesn't match. Like I'm chill with that. Like I think my main goal isn't being like that bitch.
My main goal is to blow up and then act
I don't know nobody.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I feel like I blew up and I pretended like I knew everyone. I was like, we're friends now.
We're
Is that what
referencing
happened
a
with them?
Vine.
Oh, I knew you were referencing something, but I just choose to ignore it.
You've been dressed for Thom Browne before.
Oh, see, that's one thing I will never.
Because they wouldn't let you.
No, they would. Like, they don't care. But I feel like it's when you're in the Thom Browne family, it feels really special to be able to wear the full look and honor the house codes and just really, they make you want to lean into it.
I've had that experience. Yeah, I understand what that's like.
Yeah, I get dressed by Thom Browne a lot.
That's Tuesday to me.
However-
I understand it's a big deal for you. You know, it's sort of like that was a big thing. You know, like good for you. I'm so happy.
Really happy for you.
You know,
I'm glad you got to experience
dude
that.
like me personally.
You just
That's something light. They
got
call
crop
me now and
suits-
I'm like,
you got the crop suits
again,
every
yeah.
day.
It's too much. And honestly, it comes off as a little desperate when they call me. They're just like, please
You're like,
put our
Tom,
show.
Hector.
Oh my God.
Hector, stop asking
Hector,
Leo
stop
to model.
pissing inside. Like, listen, Leo's so much more refined than you are. You know, Hector, he's a mongrel compared to.
Okay,
to
I
my
do not
pet.
co-sign this. I
yeah,
don't.
we're not pitting two queens against each other.
Hector's king.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't actually know what that's like, but I have read. I've read the Thom Browne employee uniform manual, and that's kind of the same thing.
No, it really is. Though.
It's. I've never like seen an employee dress code so strict in my life.
Yeah.
Oh, the greatest thing ever is when you walk to the show. There's always a swarm of Thom Browne employees, and they're all wearing their uniforms, and you're in your look, and it feels just so weird, but also so special because it's very much so just. It's a whole other universe.
There's a rumor that anyone who does work at Thom Browne's house, like, you know, if he needs like a plumber or an electrician, has to wear a Thom Browne suit.
You're lying.
That is a legit rumor.
That's a way.
No, and because of that, there is there's like a box of like used by there's like a box because you know they send suits out to people all the time.
Yeah.
And there's sort of just a box of like Thom Browne employees, but like I mean like employees of Thom Browne, not of the company. Suits that they like have sent out.
So like his washer and dryer broke, and he's like, wait,
and someone stops him outside, and they're like, all right, look, I know you got a job to do, but could you just put this on?
No, but you
want
to know what suit it is? It's probably the one where it's a full body suit, but it has the Trompe-l'œil
that thing
of
is
the suit.
So
the what?
There's a
Isn't it a Trompe-l'œil?
What is that?
wait, what's Trompe-l'œil?
Isn't that when it's like one thing that's like it let's say there's like a button down shirt. But it's just on like a t-shirt, and it's like,
is that a thing? There's like a name for that?
I feel like I'm tripping, but no, that's what it's called.
I have no idea
Look
what
it
you're
up.
talking about.
It's
Trompe-l'œil?
like when
Trompe-l'œil? Is that the designer that makes it?
no, it's a concept.
What is this?
I'm really
So
confused.
it's when it's like if you were wearing this T-shirt
How do you
and
spell it?
it would be
Like
Trompe. Yeah, Trompe-l'œil, right there.
Trompe-l'œil? It's
It's a trick. It's an eye
French
trick.
phrase that means trick of the eye.
It's not the designer.
There's not a designer named
It's
Trompe-l'œil.
French.
It's a concept. So like if you were wearing a T-shirt, it's like the T-shirt with the tuxedo on it.
And
That's a trompe-l'œil.
And that's what trompe-l'œil is. It's when you like print stuff on things.
It's a concept that isn't just used in fashion. It's an art. It's anything. It's like we know what it is. Are you guys fucking with me?
Absolutely.
Great lock in there, Michael. I appreciate that one.
I actually hate you guys.
Yeah.
I actually have never hated
Do you understand
men.
why I'm single?
Podcast men fucking suck. And these two are the example of it. I'm never coming back here.
Oh, that went on so much longer than I thought it was going to.
I really thought that y'all motherfuckers in fashion didn't know what this shit was.
No, what was?
It's impossible to be
fuck
in
yourself.
fashion for the last year and not
I'm gonna make you bleep all these fucks. Fuck, 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 fuck.
We don't bleep anything.
don't
You can
bleep
say
them.
fuck all you want.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so evil.
Yeah.
I literally was like, how have you guys never heard of this concept before?
No, everybody's been talking about you and they've been saying that you're really acting crazy on the podcast right now. I'm sorry. I feel like I should just tell you.
The boiler suit?
Have you ever had a meme made about you?
Yes.
No.
Can I see it?
I think there's been a number, but there's one specific one that I remember that was when Fiona and I had that Vogue article written about us, and they just put some like Wojaks in our play. It was like incredible. This couple found love on a Rick Owens fan page, and then it was just Wojaks.
Nice.
I think that was Throwing Fits actually did that. It's funny.
What's that?
I've never heard of that podcast
Sorry,
before.
what's Throwing? How'd you know it's a podcast?
Oh,
You're not good at this.
Shit. The dog whistle. Uh-oh.
So
The noise is coming from inside the house.
the Thom Browne boiler suit.
I'm sorry, I can't believe you guys just did that to me.
Is that really unbelievable?
Kind of. We were having a good time.
We're still having a good time.
Did you not
I'm
have a
having
good time in that experience? Did feeling crazy not feel good
I
to you?
just got so badly. I'm not gonna
I
get over
want to
this.
talk about the Thom Browne boiler suit.
Okay.
Oh.
But that
You
is-
have something you want to talk about now?
Shut up, Saul.
Okay,
no one
so
wants to talk about
the Thom Browne
DSquared.
boiler suit is really funny in concept, like the idea of a but I've never once I saw it like flat lay on the Real. It was like super cheap.
They were selling one on the Real.
It was like $500. I mean, super cheap is a strong
only
word there.
$500 for that. I feel like that probably retails at over $6,000.
Yeah, but you know.
You're gonna stay with me?
So it's probably like $2,000 or $3,000 because it's less complicated than a Thom Browne suit, which is $3,000.
Is that going price for Thom Browne suit?
Oh, you wear it all. You don't even know the price. Must be nice.
I don't keep them. I don't think I own.
That shit's nothing to her, dog.
That don't mean nothing to me.
Yeah.
Oh, $3,000. That ain't shit. A
That's
standard
actually great.
Greetings, Thom Browne shit. May I call you Thom Browne shit?
a standard Thom Browne suit, like just the pants, jacket, and the tie is included because it's a matching fabric, is $3,500, I think.
Fuck.
Wow. What's the going rate for like a designer suit? I'm not really into. I don't own a lot of suits.
I'll check the price tags.
Drake's will run you like $1,300 for an ugly ass suit.
And I wouldn't say that's
We
like
don't
a
like- we don't like Drake's
designer
here?
suit.
No. What, like the lumpiest, worst, ill-fitting, slouchy suit that somebody's gonna say spezzatura about once, and then you'll feel vindicated about your $1,300 purchase that they didn't tailor
$3,000 is
correctly.
probably
really
not a bad ballpark for most like runway designer
Well,
suits.
and that's what I was gonna say.
like a Rick
for-
suit's $3,000.
Yeah, and I feel like what's a YSL suit rocking? Like 4 to 5.
4.
It depends on what you're buying. If you're buying the new like women's ones that are fully padded, I think those will get higher than the Thom Browne ones. But if you're just buying like standard black suit off rack, it's probably $2,800 if I were to guess. Let's check. I'm curious to see how good my guessing is.
So
I'm also curious because I also feel like that for a Thom Browne suit feels kind of low.
can't relate.
Well, I mean, anyways, it's high, but I'm just saying, like,
No, it's and that's after a price increase because of the Xenia purchase time, or not even then.
Wow, $2,900 slim fit suit. I'm good.
No. Is that just the jacket?
Oh, maybe it is just the jacket.
That's what I'm saying. Suits.
Oh, that's just the blazer.
I'm telling
Fuck
you,
me.
that's
My
why I
bad.
think Thom Browne
My
is way
fault,
more
OG.
expensive.
Damn.
I think a Thom Browne jacket could be rocking $3,000.
No, it's
Let's see.
Give me the uniform. Where's uniform, man?
Are you texting in a group chat right now?
Yeah, we're coordinating going to our friend's dad's funeral.
We
You
should
feel bad
probably
about
cut
that
that.
one? Yeah.
I literally wasn't even trying to make you feel bad.
Charcoal
you just
super.
made it a thing. I don't know why you
All right,
did
all right.
that.
Hey,
was
attention,
crazy
focus,
sauce.
focus.
I got guilty.
Charcoal Super 120s, 12 classic suit and tie, $3,180.
That's the full suit?
That's the full suit. It's the suit and the tie.
Damn.
And then
I can't believe YSL's charging $2,800 just for a jacket.
I think it was cashmere, if that makes any
yeah,
difference.
so a mohair jacket. Oh, just the mohair jacket in this like big.
That's what I'm saying. $5,700.
But that's a mohair like
Fuck.
classic like
With the
opera
tails,
tuxedo
yeah.
with tails. No, mohair
What's
is
one of their like seersucker suits going for?
$3,050. Damn. And
I was going to make a joke about the word seersucker, but I passed.
I'm on a seersucker diet. I'm on a. Anyways.
No. Cook with that. You're on something, twin. Go off.
I see,
Ella, don't say a word.
I'm on a seersucker diet.
Yeah.
I see her. I suck her.
No, real doubt. Yeah. We got there. Yes. Sorry, Ella.
I'm scared.
Just wait until I make him do it with wool garbadine.
I'm on a gabardine diet. I gab.
Cook.
Yeah, no, I mean, a Thom Browne suit. I think a Thom Browne suit used to be $2,800 and it's gone up to $3,200 lately. And I know this because I look at the website a lot.
Tomflation.
Yeah, it's Tomflation.
Of it all.
But the one Tom suit I owned, you know the guy.
I actually do remember because you posted it and then you sold it.
Well, so that's the thing. I did the Craigslist guy, the guy who traded a paperclip for I don't know if this is real, but the alleged guy who traded
Yes.
a paperclip for like a house on
yeah.
Craigslist. So I bought a suit from Vestiaire Collective, a Thom Browne one for like $250, beat to fuck, tailored kind of badly, cigarette burns. Like it was
Sick.
it was
That's sick.
in bad condition.
I can't believe they were selling that on there with cigarette burns.
I mean, it was not the worst suit I've ever seen for sale, but I bought that, wore it for a little while. It was too small for me. I had to get the sleeves let out, whatever. Bought another Thom Browne suit off the Real for $500. Sold the first one for $500.
Oh, so you got the markup.
So I put $250 in, and then I wore that. I never wore that one because I ended up not liking it. So I bought a different Thom Browne suit from Yahoo Japan for $700.
So which is
And then
the
I
one
sold
that
the
you've
second
posted
one
on
for $500.
Instagram selling?
Two of them. Well, I've sold two of them on Instagram.
No, there's a gray one
So
that's
all
shorter.
the math in, you paid
They're all gray and
$450 for your
short.
Well, I
suit.
don't.
all math. Yeah, math. No, math in. I paid like
Plus shipping.
it probably evens out around $400 that I paid, and that was just by trading through 3 different suits that I sort of like.
And that is good online fashion.
And that is how I do just about everything I do in fashion.
You just swap it for something better.
I just swap it slowly over time. But
What's
yeah,
Trompe-l'œil?
sorry. What's gabardine? Could you explain intarsia to me? What do you have to say about Bailey's allegations that intarsia is a much more skilled process than duplicate stitch?
No, it is.
Oh,
Damn.
damn it.
How many bobbins are you
I think
rocking?
what I do with duplicate stitch makes it very complicated. But no, duplicate stitch in itself is a really easy and simple, user-friendly technique.
What would you say back to Bailey because he's making all of his hats on machine?
What would you say about Bailey saying
Why?
you?
What do you mean? What do I say about it?
What do you?
I encourage it. He uses like I always say, Bailey, get a new machine. You're working on a plastic machine that is like really hard to maneuver. And he says, no, I like it. So that's what I have to say about it. Bailey, get a new machine.
What do you have to say about Bailey's allegations that you couldn't make a hat because you can only do flat?
Beanies are made from flat and you seam it together and you cinch the top. I actually
What
made a
would you say
beanie the
to-
other day and someone said, wow, this looks like a vintage 60s workwear beanie. And I said, you're right. It does.
They said, wow, you're just like Bailey Goldberg.
No.
What would you say to Bailey Goldberg?
Every time I make a beanie, though, Bailey says, please don't come after my game.
Oh, you think he's scared? Could you snatch his chain?
I would never.
You
I would never.
You get the Selfridges partnership.
I don't like to,
run that shit.
I don't like to go into other people's lanes. I feel like.
What would you say to Bailey's allegations to when he said,
Why is Bailey
you
talking
can't
so much
do
shit?
what I do. You couldn't even try to do what I do. You're scared. Boss up. Let's go band for band. What would you say to that allegation? That's something he said.
Try me, bitch.
I hate to see friends beef.
Yeah, it's
I
kind of
think
fucked
you're-
up that you would say that.
Bailey,
to
what
him.
would you say to Ella's allegations that you can't get your money up? Also, you can't do what she does. Also, you'll never try a duplicate flat lay knit painting. What are you
Also,
going to say to
show
that?
me a band.
Also, show her a band right now.
I would
She
love-
just said that on the podcast. Sorry, we had to cut it, actually. There was a lot of swearing involved. She was like, oh, maybe cut that, but you can recount the allegations. Ella, what would you say to Bailey's allegations?
I'm going to go to Bailey and be like, dude, why are you talking so much shit about me?
He is though. He
I
really
went on the
is.
Bear of Kings pod and they said all this shit. And now I'm going to start making peace sign beanies. I'm going to be another one of the followers. I'm going to make a beanie that I'm going to duplicate stitch his face on. And I'm going to wear
Oh, you're
it.
not going to intarsia it?
I like how you say intarsia.
How much? Intarsia.
It's intarsia.
It's in charge.
Intarsia. So to me,
Couture.
Do I say that wrong? Now I'm really self-conscious about it.
Couture.
Couture?
do you pronounce
I think
the
it's
2 in
couture.
D squared too?
No.
D2 squared.
Wait, how do you say couture?
Couture.
Cooter.
I went down to that cooter show. I love it.
Cooter show. How about
I was walking in the Balenciaga cooter show.
Balenciaga?
I had a nip slip during my cooter show. It was crazy. I told my family not to look it up. I don't want them seeing the cooter or the nip slip. Can I make that joke? Is that okay?
I don't know. I'm sorry, Mom.
I'm sorry, moms and dad
Oh, it's okay. My mom doesn't listen.
and brother.
He doesn't
Is
listen.
I have a brother. I'm not talking about yours.
your family going to listen to this podcast?
Probably not.
Good.
Ella's family, what'd you say to the allegations that you can't do what she does?
They would be like, yes, I don't know how to knit. I'd be like, I literally don't know how to knit.
Wait, really? They've never heard?
No,
like-
my mom taught me how to knit.
Okay. That's super
But I
sweet.
don't think she doesn't do it. I feel like if she picked it up, she would fully rock it.
Do you have any of your mom's knits?
No, she never made it.
I got a bunch of shit my mom knits right here, by
Yeah.
the way.
The little bears.
My mother made these bears.
Oh my God, I was going to ask about them. They're extremely cute.
They're wearing Rick Owens sweaters.
These get brought up every year on the
I
podcast.
love
They're
this
such a
shit.
nice.
This one's wearing it's a 2014 Psycho knit. My mother saw me in it and she's like, I could
Your
make
mom
that.
is so awesome
And
for
then
that.
and then she made a banana sweater, which like functionally it actually folds down. Like
oh,
the
that's
Rick ones.
crazy.
Yeah. She did
She
that
should
off
have
of
given it long curly hair.
No. She looked at it. She looked at it on the Rick website. She just looked at a
She's
picture
sick.
of it and made it. She also I have a blanket here that's like a New York skyline that she made, and also
What?
one in there. And I think she did it. I don't actually know how she did it. I mean, it's
Bailey.
Intarsia. Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, Bailey.
Oh,
Wow. That's
it's really cool.
so sick.
Yeah.
Look at those stitches. What yarn is that?
Are you able to eyeball stuff like that? Could you tell us like about the yarn just off visual? Like,
Oh, the amount of yarn?
I know
I mean, that
nothing
blue
about
is probably like 4 to 5 skeins.
fuck.
Skeins.
Skeins. It
What do you think
depends
about
on
Paul
what's
Skeen's freshman year at the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
My fault, OG.
what sport are we
It's-
talking.
This is baseball. You're a
I'm
basketball
not
fan.
a baseball girl.
Basketball.
Ball is life.
Ball is life. You played center.
I did. I played center for all of my adolescence.
How's your drop step?
Not great. I'm not
Oh.
good at basketball.
Okay.
My drop step is incredible. I know what that means.
Cool.
Just anyone was wondering.
I do. I think we should do
What phrase should people say to join the Discord?
Oh yeah.
I'm not chopped. I have good style and I'm super successful.
If you want to join the pod, message us. I'm not chopped. I'm super successful and I have good style.
Cool.
And you better not be lying.
So if you are chopped and you are not successful and you don't have good style, maybe pick a different phrase.
What's worse, being chopped or being a flop?
What does being chopped mean, by the way? That's another one where I'm like, cat crashed out. I almost said cashed out. So chopped is like, you're just like chopped.
Yeah.
Is it just kind of
You
like
know
it
what,
is
like
what...
a chop hoe is? We'll talk after this. This is a long explanation.
Wait, that's a thing?
Yeah.
A chop hoe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll talk after this.
I feel like in moments like this, I realize
say that
how
you're-
offline I am. I'm really not an engager in internet culture. I'm a poster. I look at my friends' stuff. Like, I'll look at what some brands do, but I don't engage in like meme online. I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Substack and I'm on Instagram.
Would you say that you're chopped or stinky?
Oh, I love this question.
Stinky.
You're stinky?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I feel
Are you a Kiki or a Booba?
what?
Kiki or booba?
Michael's Booba. I'm probably Booba, but also a little bit Kiki.
Oh, I feel like a Kiki.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is the difference?
Kiki and booba is
it just kind of like a way of life?
It's a set of arbitrary words that
Correlate to shapes.
that people can immediately tell which shape is Kiki and which one's booba.
what?
I'll show you Kiki and booba. You can
Yeah.
tell me what they are immediately. But it's just like just a style of shape. But there's two like main
Is it
examples.
like a pentagon?
You'll see.
Like a
I'm trying really hard to not make the joke. That's sitting
parallelogram?
right there.
what?
We Kiki until she let me touch her Booba. I'm sorry. Right there.
Which one's Kiki? Which one's booba? Yeah. See,
Yeah.
easy.
See?
It's just
Yay.
like
It's the way it sounds. It's Kiki
Yeah.
has sharper like notes in it, and Booba has
Yeah.
softer.
and it's just a thing to explain that like people don't assign names arbitrarily, that people like it's like a non-arbitrary unconscious link between sounds and shapes that people make.
Is it like what is it called? Synesthesia, when people assign like colors to sounds.
No,
and-
because it happens
I
to
still don't really
everybody.
understand that.
I don't think it's real. I think you're lying.
I
Well, I
do
think people
it
with
is real.
synesthesia would beg to differ. But
Yeah, I bet they would. And I'd give them some attention for it, I guess, if that's what they wanted.
Well, I just need like a visualization for it. You know, like I just don't.
You ever like press your eyes really hard and then you open them and you're like seeing colors?
Is that what it is?
I assume that's what it's like for them, but different things trigger it. Or like if you look at a light for a really long time and then you look around and it's like blue,
No, but I think it's like
it's triggered by
the
stuff.
word cow has a color, or like this, like a certain sound has a. But I don't know.
What's Trompe-l'œil?
Sorry, what's synesthesia? Synesthesia?
We invite Ella on the podcast just to like kind of torture her for 2 hours.
Is
I'm
this
sorry.
because we already recorded one?
Yeah, I feel like the other one was so serious.
Was
We
it?
just got to see your like cool older knits that you were doing that were really fun.
Yeah, I also feel like we weren't as close.
I wore my
back
booty
then.
shorts.
You did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
You were definitely wearing your booty shorts.
Oh shit, it's booty time.
Did you bring them? Is that
No.
Leo making a sound?
Yeah, Leo does his little hooting.
Hoot.
Why don't you and Jerry ever match knits? That'd be
Make
sick.
him-
I don't
sweater.
wear my own knits.
I'll match with Jerry. Fuck it.
I knit Jerry a lot. I try and knit him a sweater a year. Well,
Aw.
I've only had him for over a year, but I try and knit him a couple sweaters in the winter
His
time.
sweater game's kind of crazy. He has really cool sweaters.
Yeah, no, and I haven't even been pulling out the ones that I've knit him. He has one that has like the classic tattoo heart that says "mom" on the back.
Aw.
Cute.
I made a few for people. Weirdly, a lot of cats that were blue that had
Like you made sweaters for cats? Oh,
that have a heart and an
Can cats wear
initial.
sweaters? I feel like they just
Yeah.
shred them.
No.
Really?
cats.
I have many photos of cats wearing my sweaters.
Some
I
like
wanted
Sphinx
you to
cats
make-
have to wear sweaters in
Yes,
the winter.
and a lot of Sphinx cats I've made sweaters for.
I wanted you to make a sweater for Leo, and you were like, hell yeah. And then you never followed up.
Well, you could have
What do you
also
have to say
followed up.
about?
Oh, I did follow up.
What do you have?
Oh,
to,
I did follow
yeah.
up twice. I did follow up twice.
So let's talk about this.
Sorry, I
several
have
times.
a lot going on.
Oh,
I had a lot going on
too much
to make
to hang out with your friend? Or like maybe just like
Saul, you could have
have a
brought it up.
stitch and
This,
bitch?
you could have brought it up this year when we became close.
Oh, were we not close before?
I feel like we're objectively a lot closer than the last time we filmed this.
Did the past year and a half mean nothing to you?
It means more now.
I can't believe you would say that to him.
That's
that we're
fucked up.
closer now and that our relationship has
Can't believe you
fine.
would say that
That's
you guys
fine.
used to be so distant.
Yeah.
I didn't say
It was
that.
real to me.
I
It
can't
was
believe,
real
yeah,
to
I
me.
can't believe you're saying none of that mattered.
That's fine. That's cool.
Saul,
No.
That's fine.
You don't have to walk it
we
back.
can wrap up now.
That's
It's
fine.
okay.
Yeah.
You don't got to worry about it.
Yep. You won't be invited back. Anyway, thank you so much.
and this is why I will not be going back. Leo, can you protect me from these guys? What they say is true. Podcast guys are scary.
Oh, I don't want that reputation.
He whines until you point a microphone at him. Maybe he just wants a microphone pointed at him.
Okay, what else? Is it? Are we good? Do you have anything else to give me?
Are you done?
Are you done? Are you done making fun of me?
Can I leave? Can I leave? I hate this.
We could probably.
Every week, Michael drags me over here and sits me down. He's like, "Oh, now you got to talk to Ella today." I'm like, "Oh my fucking god!"
You're like, I was just texting her last
travel
night.
for an hour, and I come here.
Salt, last time we filmed at your apartment.
Oh my god, I have to host people in my fucking space, and I have to acquiesce.
You could have come to my apartment.
Bring
Hey, so
water.
my
I have
song
to
of the week
go
is.
over to
Hey,
Ella's
Saul.
apartment.
Hey, Saul.
Yeah.
My song of the week.
Is that a thing you do?
You do song of the week. You've been on this podcast
You
before.
did this before.
We didn't do song of the week.
Yeah,
Did
we
that
did.
mean nothing to you?
I will pull up.
Will you
I
pass me my
have
phone?
the
I
old
need to pull up
recording.
my song of the
I will pull up your song of the week from the last time. I don't know, but I have the old recording.
This podcast is devolving into chaos. Leo's here crying. I'm screaming.
Yeah, I think we got to wrap this shit up pronto.
I'm going insane. I'm crashing out in the last 5 minutes of this
Wait,
podcast.
what's everyone's song of the week?
Mine is going to be Gibbon by TTNG, which
Come on, stop crying.
My song of the week is Love Me For Real by Rim Kwaku Obenga.
I think that's what you did last time.
No, it's not.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
I literally only just discovered this song a couple weeks ago.
You just rediscovered it. Sounds like your memory's not very good. Saul, song of the week?
Uncle
Shut
Sam
up.
Moose T's Disco Sensation selected works.
Sorry, who's the song and who's the artist here?
The group Selected Works, along with Moose T, made a song called
What's your vocal reaction of the week? Like,
Oi. Oi.
Oh, I've been playing Resident Evil 7. That's Saul's vocal reaction of the week. I've been playing a lot of scary video games, and I've started screaming, I think, when I see zombies. There's a lot of jumps in it, and I'm like, ah! So I've been doing that one a lot. That's been my sound lately. I was doing that a lot yesterday. Vocal reaction of the week. Just with Leo the whole fucking time. This is not good podcast material. Let's wrap this shit up.
I'm fucking dying. Oh.
well, if anyone
This is how I'm
cared,
in people's
mine
DMs.
is Humph.
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 A humph? As like a reaction.
Sound of the week.
God, why am I like losing my mind?
Live band, play us out.
Oh, we got to do the outro. Thank you so much to everybody for listening to this episode of the Pair of Kings podcast.
Just hearing.
That's fine. I'm your host, Saul
like an eye
Thompson. You
infection.
can find me on Instagram at Saul Thompson. I'm joined this week not only by my wonderful co-host.
I'm Michael Smith. You can find me on Instagram at Ella Emhoff.
And I'm Ella Emhoff, and you can find me on Instagram at _Smithstagram.
That's it.
This has been the Pair of Kings podcast.
Dude, this is
You can find us
giving me a sty just looking
I'm
at
losing
it.
my fucking mind. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Pair of Kings Pod. Thank you so much to everybody for listening. If you'd like to hear episodes early, have access to giveaways and so much more, head over to herohero.co/PoK for all of that. We really appreciate all of our subscribers over there.
I appreciate them more.
Aw.
Also, don't be mean.
Don't be mean.
Be mean to them. Don't be mean to me.
No, be really nice to Ella. We can take being mean.
No, I have thick skin. I'm sure I can handle it.
Proud of you. You sort of been through the gauntlet. I feel like you definitely have thick skin.
I thought we finished the podcast.
Yeah, the podcast's done.
Okay, bye everybody.
Don't make a meme about me.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Pair of Kings podcast. In this episode, Saul, Leo, and I sit down with Ella Emhoff to talk about knitting, being a model, not being a model. Saul crashes out about DSquared 2 for a very long time. We convince Ella that we don't know anything about fashion. And there's a lot of fighting. And it's wonderful.
Your necklace is coming off.
Enjoy. Here is the...
See you in the episode, everyone.